Golf Pick'em Expert Picks, brought to you by FootJoy.
Another week of Golf Pick'em in the NBC Sports Predictor app. It's time for the Genesis Invitational, the final event of the PGA Tour's West Coast Swing. And we're starting with a matchup between two guys who have won 3 out of the last 4 U.S. Opens. That would be Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. Koepka might have a little bit of bragging rights. These two like to jab a little bit on social media, and he's just a couple weeks removed from that come-from-behind victory in Phoenix. But I'm actually going to side with Bryson in this matchup. Riviera and Koepka do not seem to get along. He missed the cut in his debut a few years back, finished T43 last year, whereas Bryson has gotten incrementally better each of the last 3 trips, including a tie for 5th a year ago. He has top 20 finishes in each of his first 2 starts this year, even though he hasn't made quite as many headlines as he did a year ago. I think he's going to get the best of Brooks Koepka in this matchup. Number 1 versus number 2. It's a compelling matchup. Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm, 2 guys who are likely to contend this weekend at Riviera. But we have to start with the world number 1, who won in Saudi Arabia 2 weeks ago and sat out last week. And Riviera is just a place where he tends to thrive. He won this event in 2017, lost in the playoff in 2015, 9 top 10 finishes in his last 12 starts. That record is hard to beat, but Jon Rahm is going to give him a run for his money. He's finished T17 or better in each of his 2 trips to this event, and he only has 1 finish worse than a tie for 17th going all the way back to July. He has been playing some stellar and consistent golf, but listen, when we're talking about Riviera Country Club, I'm not going to bet against Dustin Johnson. The record is too strong. He's a betting favorite for a reason. Give me DJ in this matchup. Rory McIlroy against Xander Schauffele, 2 players who have had a few close calls already in 2021, and 2 guys who are understandably among the betting favorites. We'll start with Rory, who in 4 trips to Riviera has finished T20 or better each time, including a pair of top 5 finishes the last 2 times. He finished T13 in his most recent start at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Xander, we know how close he has come, including at Phoenix. He tied for 2nd there. Tied for 2nd the week before at Torrey Pines. He has 5 top 5 finishes this season on tour. No other player has more than 3. He has been there almost every time he has teed it up, and he's been T17 or better in every trip at Riviera. This one can go either way. There's reasons to like both players. I'm going to give a slight edge to Xander Schauffele. I really think that he's just the complete package right now. 5th on tour in strokes gained putting, 5th in strokes gained tee to green. It is only a matter of time before he gets that watershed win. I know I feel like we've been saying that for about 4 weeks now, but the win is coming, and in this matchup, I'm going to give him the edge over Rory. It's been a long time since Jordan Spieth has had more momentum than Justin Thomas, but that might be the case this week at Riviera. Spieth coming in off of back-to-back top 5 finishes. That's the first time he's done that since 2018. Held at least a share of the 54-hole lead each of the last 2 weeks. Now he heads to a course where it's been feast or famine. He's been inside the top 10, but he's also had some big numbers. An opening round 79 in 2016, a final round 81 a couple years back, whereas Justin Thomas let this one slip through his fingers 2 years ago, finished 2nd after holding the 54-hole lead. Missed the cut last year, but I'm willing to look past that. I do think that we're going to get some regression from Jordan Spieth. Some of the foul balls that he had last week at Pebble and the week before at TPC Scottsdale, those are going to bite him more often and bite him harder at Riviera than at either of those 2 venues. I like the consistency and the high ceiling of Justin Thomas, and I think that he's going to get the better of his longtime competitor in this matchup. But remember, log on to the NBC Sports Predictor app, make your selections in the 8 head-to-head matchups. You also have to make a choice for a tournament winner. This week, I'm going a little off the board. I'm going to go with Patrick Cantlay, who is a UCLA guy, Los Angeles native, has played well here before, almost won last week at Pebble Beach. I think he gets over the hump, gets the victory this week in his backyard at Riviera. So make your selections for the head-to-head matchups. Pick a tournament winner. You could be eligible for $50,000 prize if you get a perfect score, at least $1,000 in guaranteed prizes, regardless of if anyone puts up a perfect score. Free to play on the NBC Sports Predictor app.